What's up, guys? Hey, super excited for this quote that I put up today is don't mistake time with growth. It's really interesting. I had this experience once when I was trying to cancel a membership for it was an alarm system. It was really interesting because I was working for an alarm company, and then I had sold this customer, and I was an affiliate for this company selling this product. And I was calling this customer and I sold them, and it just didn't quite all work out. So I was going to follow up with them and close the deal on a certain day. And so I put that out there. On that day, they called the company that I was representing, not the company, but the actual product. And they sold the company. It was actually a different affiliate that sold this company or sold this customer. And so I was a little upset. I was like, no, no, we have already signed the deal. We have already run your credit. We have already put everything in contract here, and they should not steal this deal. And so I actually, this is probably illegal. I don't know, but I called that company, that affiliate of the main company. I called this other company, pretending to be the customer, and I canceled that product. And they're like, why are you canceling? And I said, oh, I just don't believe in it. And I made up some excuses and whatnot. And the person that was trying to save the deal was being really rude to me. And they're like, why don't you want to do this? And I was like, wow, man, you're really rude. For being a manager, because they did the whole like, okay, I can't help you. Let me have my manager jump on. The manager jumped on and like, here, this is what I'll do for you. And they were trying to make some offer for me. And like, why don't you want to do this? And ended up like getting really mad at me. And it was interesting because I was like, man, I've never been treated this way. That's really rude. And he's like, well, you're the rude one here. I've worked here for 23 years, and I'm really good at my job. And he started going off. He's being very egotistical, and he was saying, oh man, I'm really good at my job, and I've been here for 23 years, and blah 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 blah. And I said, you know what? What's interesting is some people work at a job only 1 year, but they do that 1 year 23 times. And I don't think you really like that. Anyway, I canceled the deal, got the deal, and it was all good. It was all good in the end. You got to do whatever it takes to get your deals, right? You can't be having people steal your stuff. Anyway, and I really find it's interesting. I'm doing more interviews for people, and people are they get so proud about, man, I have been doing sales for 23 years. I have been working in this type of industry for 20 years. And I'm like, you know what? 20 years makes you old. That's the only thing that it does. I don't really care how long a time that you spent at some place doing something, because what has probably happened is you're settled. You've probably gone there, you learned for your first year, maybe your first 4 or 5 months, you figured everything out, or you think you figured everything out, and then you settled. And now you're just coasting. And now you're just not pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. It's like, no, you should really like do something more with your life. Oh, and it made me, anyway, it gets me upset when people think, you know what, if I just work somewhere for a long time, I'm going to gain a lot of experience and I'll get really good at something. It's like, kind of true. You will learn things along the way, but imagine if you can just compact that learning, compact as much as you can into as little time as possible. It would be awesome, right? It would be fantastic. It would be amazing. And so I don't want you guys to confuse or mistake time and experience with growth. And I made up these new affirmations, and maybe I'll talk about my affirmations tomorrow. But I made up these new affirmations of, I learn from both my successes and my failures. I continually learn from my successes and my failures. I loved that affirmation that I came up with. I love that affirmation because I've heard the quote is, I either win or I learn. Or I win or I learn. And it's like, no, I learn or I learn. I'm in the constant state of learning, and the way to learn is to push yourself out of your comfort zone, push yourself to try new things, push yourself to do things that are crazy and wild and unprecedented. And I'm super excited because I landed a $10,000 contract today with a business to be able to build them a sales funnel. And the way that it's going to be structured is I take a small retainer fee, and then I get paid on the profits of all of everything that I do and build for that company. And so it promotes me to want to build that company up and grow that company. And rather than just being like, oh, I got my money, I'm going to kind of slack and do one thing. It's like, no, I got my retainer fee. Now I want to build the company up from where they're currently at. I don't get paid if they get less or if they do exactly the same. I only get paid if, oh, boom, this month they made $2,000 more. Boom, I get 10% of that. Oh, this month they got $50,000 more. I get 10% of that. Boom, 10, 10, 10, 10. And it's awesome. I love that model of being paid for being compensated for what you do, being commissioned for what you do. And so yeah, I think that's really good. I think that's really how life should be, is you get paid for what you do. Go and take action. Go take action. And like, guys, like, this life is super simple. This life is super simple. What you got to do. And I'm sending out an email to all my people on my email list. If you want to join my email list, go to any of my links. And you'll get motivation. You'll get a little bit more in-depth into my life and a little more structured. And anyway, CodyDean.net/OFA, CodyDean.net/interview. Anyway, but this life is simple. Basically what you do is you find a goal, then you find a mentor, and then you model. Too bad I can't make that all M's. You find a moment. You find, I don't know. There's something that I could make that starts with an M, and you could call it the M cubed. It's like you find a goal, or you find a meaning for life. No, it's man, I'm trying to think of them on the spot. Can't think of anything right now. But number one is you need to find a goal. You need to find something that you are going to shoot for, and it gives you a direction. Number two, you find a mentor. You find a mentor. It doesn't mean you have to you don't have to get one-on-one coaching. You don't have to get group coaching. You can literally just go buy their book and get mentored that way. And then get the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing that they offer. Okay. You can be mentored by someone. Most of my mentors, I don't personally meet with one-on-one. Okay. But that's number two, is you go and get a mentor. Just find someone, find a mentor. And number three is you then model. You model. The mentor is usually someone that's doing what you want to do, right? They can then mentor you through example, and then you model what they do. It's awesome. Very awesome. Or you can get a coach. A coach is different than a mentor because a coach knows 80% of the skills of success. Cool thing is, when you are looking for the concepts of success, 80% of everything will be the same in any industry, no matter where you go. If you're in phone sales, door-to-door, real estate, insurance, network marketing, 80% will be all the same. Show up, work hard, find this, build this, do this, right? These different things will all be the same, these 80%. Then there's 20%. The 20% is where a mentor will coach you, or a mentor will mentor you, and you can model, right? But a coach will teach you the 80% and coach you on the principles of truth. And I was going to say truth and righteousness. I'm going to lead you down the path that rocks, my friends. No, but 80% of what you do can be applied and will be applied to all industries. And that's the 80%. Then you got the little 20% that makes up the 100%. That will be the fine art, and that's the art. Okay, see, there's There's a science, and then there's an art of selling. There's a science and an art of life. Okay, the science of life is the 80%, and it's like these principles will not change. And then these 20%, you can do whatever you want. You can go and do this. You can go do this. Go do this as your job. Do this as your career. But guess what? When you go to that career, these 80% are going to apply. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. Okay, guys. I'm kind of going on a whim, but I love some of these rants that I get down to, and I don't even plan on talking about them sometimes. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, because I enjoy giving you some deets, giving you some love, giving you some of my motivation. And anyway, yep, high on life today, guys. I'm high on life. So I'm still working on Project QYJ, 100-day Project QYJ. I'm super excited about that. We're on like day 3, but it's going well. And so speaking of coaching and getting mentored, if you want to learn how to sell better, if you want to learn how to break through your mindset, if you want to learn how to build a business with what you got up here in your mind, hire me. Hire me. You can go to codydean.net/application, and I will look at your application and see if we're going to be a good fit. That way I can help you, right? I can help you find that goal. I can help you find the goal that you're going to go for. I can help you get some direction in your life. Then I can be that mentor. I can be that coach to give you the 20 or the 80%, whichever you want. I can give you the 20% in like sales and business and marketing. Okay, that's the 20%. Then the 80%, I can teach you about goals, mindset, psychology, the principles of life, of creation. Boom, 80%. Creation literally applies to everything. The 80% is creation. And I'm working on a book about creation right now, and how the concepts of creation can literally be applied to anything that you do. Okay, and then you just fill in the gap with the 20%. If you want to be mentored and coached by me, because sales is life, creation is life. Boom. I would love to mentor you. I have a couple of openings right now. Go to codydean.net/application. So you guys are awesome. It doesn't hurt to apply. It's free to apply. If I am full, I'll just put you on a waiting list, and I'll let you know once the contracts are all done, because they go in 6-month sections, or people go month to month. It's $1,000 a month. If you want to be mentored by me personally, you get access to all my stuff, $997 a month. Or you can do a 6-month contract. It goes down to $500 a month. It's $3,000 for the 6 months. So most of my clients make back the $3,000 within the first 2 months. And that's if we're slow. Okay, so no earning disclaimer here. Or earning disclaimer, you got to work hard and you got to be awesome. But that's what I help you create. That's what I help you become. Okay, guys, you're awesome. Now go out, create your freedom.